Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's training session on Generative AI, Empowering Researcher for the Future. We are delighted to have all of you joining us for this exciting session. Today, we are honored to have Professor Dr. Wanida Kanarkard, Vice Dean for Research, Innovation, and International Affairs, Faculty of Engineering from Khon University, who will be sharing her insight and expertise on how generative AI can empower researchers and transform the future of research and innovation. Before we begin, please ensure that your audio and video settings are working properly. If you experience any technical difficulty or have questions during the session, please feel free to use the chat box to contact our support team or to share your comments. We encourage you to actively participate and make the most of this opportunity to learn and exchange ideas. Now, without further delay, let's begin the session. Please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Wanida Kanarkard to start today's presentation. Professor Wanida, please welcome.
Good morning, everybody, on Friday morning. First of all, I would like to thank Phang University Graduate School that providing me such an honor opportunity this morning to share the experience for 3 hours today about how we could utilize the benefit of AI tools for our research process. So I think everybody has my Canva slide sharing, so everybody can access the slide online. And I heard that somebody would like to download the material offline in order to use later on. So there's some embedded error or something. So I will fix it later, maybe before the break or after we finish. So may I share the slide? Yep. If something, when I speak so fast, you can, you raise your hands up and ask me to repeat again. I do hope that this morning, I could, introduce you some tools that could help you to do the research more easily. And before I begin, sorry. So even okay. So if anyone would like to ask me in the chat box, okay, yeah. The secretary providing the links also in the chat. So if somebody has missed the link of my slide, okay. May I introduce myself? The picture of myself here in the slide maybe look much nicer. The real one is, just too old. But actually, being a vice dean of research, innovation, and international relation, I also taking part of the vice director of AI Engineering Institute, or we call AIEI, which we have 6 universities inside the AIEI. The AIEI is mandated by the Ministry of Higher Education because the deputy, has the idea that AI would impact in our study, especially in research. So Phang University also in the north part of Thailand. So if you have later on from this session, if you have would like to contact more, you can contact to Chiang Mai University. And somebody might wondering why why Wanida from Khon coming and sharing the idea of how how we could use the research tool in our research. So actually, my expertise, I finished my degree in neural networks. I did all sorts of things of neural network tools since 2000. So the background of myself, related to AI. Okay, so this is a brief introduction to you. And recently, I would like to share the news to you. It just launched maybe 2 days ago. I'm so excited. I mean, we have to say which country in the world, has the most powerful right now. The tools that we use AI maybe mostly produced by US or maybe Europe. But recently, the China also have the startup and also company that produce lots of AI tools. And now the government plan to invest lots of money, the government foresight, foresight in the next 10 years that they're going to have not 2 kilometer wide, data center, but a 2,000 kilometer wide AI computing hub. What's it's gonna be? And if we don't, if Thailand don't catch up this technology, and if you don't adapt yourself, you're gonna be compete by somebody in China. So I think the Chinese government may have some uh, insight what is going to be benefit from AI. Otherwise, they won't invest this much of money. And so this is just such exciting news for you. I don't know whether this morning for Friday, because it nearly weekend on Saturday tomorrow. You would feel like, okay, it's gonna come to join Wanida session to know how AI could help me. Before we begin, could anyone here, put your Zoom sticker to me? Have you been using AI for your research process? Maybe searching for papers, or correcting your papers, or analyze your data. Please, click your Zoom sticker. Anyone? Oh, somebody chat. Yes, thank you so much, Atisha ka, Kun Atisha. Anybody else? Am I speaking too fast? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Ka. So I think some of us, may have already been using AI, and you might would like to know more what's going to be next. I have to admit that all the tools I mentioned maybe last week is no longer exist, because there's so much newest tools, upcoming every week. Okay, so here, before I begin, I would like to introduce you the buzzword. Even though we know that generative AI is now common to our, daily life. You can use Gemini, you can use ChatGPT, blah blah blah. But this picture is gonna be is the prediction trend for the next 5 years, or maybe next year, or maybe upcoming next week, or upcoming next month. Currently, we are now using generative AI. It's just common, it's easy to use, available, many tools available online. But now, what's going to be next? You're going to be experience the tools that we call agents, AI agents. I don't know whether you have been watching the movie, MIB, agents, secret agents. No, but this one is now. I mean, normally we use generative AI tool. Human being have to use it, and produce the prompt, and asking the AI to do something. But now you just, talking to them, and after that, you no longer need to do anything. It's automatically, do the job for you. This is called agents. And what's going to be next? Not just a single one. There's going to be lots of agents helping you out. For example, I would like to introduce you, like, I'm here in Khon Kaen, and if I would like to visit you in my Pha from Chiang Mai, I might have the idea, oh, how could I go to Chiang Mai? I have to get a ticket. I have to get the accommodation. I have to get the delivery, maybe from the airport to my Pha University, and I might have to order some food. So all sorts of three or four tasks. I have to do one task, two tasks, three tasks. In every task, I mean, I have to think by myself, but I just asking the AI that I'm now in Khon Kaen. I would like to visit Mae Fah Luang. That's it. And after that, the four tasks done by AI behind, and they connected. They decided for me, Wanida, at the beginning, you have to take the flight from this time to the airport, and once you arrive at the certain time from the airport, you need some, maybe Grab or some taxi to give you from the airport to the hotel, and the hotel already been booked by your personal lives because we need a town, wandering town after arrival. So this all sort of thing is coming up. Maybe I mean today we meet up and the tools I introduced to you today is you might feel, oh wow, but maybe next week, or next month, it's gonna be more powerful. And this picture at at the first one we call innovation trigger. It's just the buzzword. It's not available yet. But this one threw off this illumination because human being would like to get something, and a daydream would like to dream of, oh, I would like some tool to help me to do something. But the innovation trigger, what is gonna be next? Quantum AI. What is it? AI now is processing so fast, but now it's going to be even more fast because they use quantum computing. The power and it's going to be computing more so fast because the behind of the infrastructure we use the quantum computing. And one thing I would like to address here, AGI, the word AGI. There's so many technical term of AI, but very interesting AGI. What is AGI? Now, the most of the company of AI like Google or OpenAI or Grok, yeah, done by Elon Musk, or maybe DeepSeek. Every company that invest the AI tool now they're focusing on make the tool to be more general intelligent. Even though now they might read some books, they might be specialized for special, content, but now they're gonna, develop the tools more general. Oh, I think we are researcher. We're not competing ourselves to finish the work. I mean, in order to contribute new knowledge in the research, we do a research, right? We search for the content and we try to develop them thing, and we're gonna contribute something to the world, and we say here is our research. But now the AI tool also are research. I think being a researcher in this day comparing to myself, in 30 years ago. In 30 years ago, not many online content available. Yes, it's difficult. It's very difficult to find the papers related to your interests. Maybe the tools not available and computing not so fast enough. But now everything so fast. Everything available on your hands. But again, there's going to be something, not human being doing research as well. And it's going to be general intelligence. I think it's so challenging and it's some kind of a threat, but it's also opportunity. I'm sure human beings still, compete in this war. So maybe lots of people ask, once AI here, are we going to lose our job? Are they going to be no longer a researcher? Are they not going to be no longer a lecturer? Or are they going to be no longer university here? Maybe, yeah. Okay, so this is just the quick outlook of the trend of the tools. But one thing I would like to address here, AI responsible, and now we have kind of the new job, AI engineering. Because engineering like computer, electrical, and civil engineering, but now more job because of the AI tool, transform the way we work. And AI, once we use it, there must be some responsibility behind the AI tools. Okay. And lots of people here, if you don't have a background in computer science or computer engineering, and you are a user of using the tool, you might wondering, oh, how come, they have, once you ask there's something, here I put, this report is not too updated. It's February. Now is December. 10 months ago. I mean, it's very outdated. But the content and the capacity of the AI tool that you use, like GPT, GPT now is 5.0 5.2, right? This one I still, and DeepSeek R1 and Gemini now no longer 2.5, and they have now Gemini 3 last week. Gemini 3 just launched last week. But the quality of itself is just like a PhD. Being a PhD, you spend more, maybe 3 years or more than 3 years. I myself, I finished my PhD for 3 years. The reason why we spend so much time for 3 years because lots of knowledge that we have to explore and research and find the gap and try to implement something to fill the gap and contribute the new knowledge, and has to be new originality. But this kind of tools, the capacity of itself, they are a researcher. They are researcher that capable of PhD, and even more than PhD, the knowledge and the experience. Why? Because they read lots of books. I don't know. Everybody here, how many papers have you read? In my experience, I finished my PhD 3 years. I have been reading for 400 papers to make sure that my new knowledge, my new contribution to the world is, originality, and also is benefit to us. I need, I spend, 3 years reading 400 papers, but here they read 3 million, 300 millions. And they're gonna read more of books, not just the books. They read everything online, So being a researcher here is very difficult. If you know how to use them, properly, and select the selected tool, then I'm sure you're gonna be survive, and your work is gonna be, very powerful, to the world. So I do apologize if sometimes when I talk and somebody chat, I might have some time to come back to the chat to answer something. Okay. This is just a brief the benefit of Gemini 3. I don't know, everybody here has experience using Google. Use Google for search before, right? When you would like to find some online content, you use the Google search. Now, no, I don't know, myself, I no longer go to Google search for finding some contents or some relevant documents. I'm now go directly to gemini.google.com. But not only search for content, now they can, compose the idea. I just put the picture of the layout, and then I just prompt them to let them build the image. This is the benefit. If you would like to find some tool to make the idea of understanding of the composable, because you have some jigsaw piece of work and you cannot, combine the idea. This is such a wow tool. Is anyone experienced using this Gemini Nano Banana? It can generate the image, not just once you prompt and then draw or create the image or create a video, but you have a separate piece of information, and you like them to synthesize and make the connection and make the correlation of it and build the new thing, but still keep the originality of the original source. So this is just example. Okay. I think once at the first half of the day today, before we have a break at 10:50, I would like to introduce the powerful of it, and later on I will give you some time to experience the tool that I introduced today. Okay, let's come back later. And this is the example of Gemini again. Why Wanida, start beginning of Gemini or Google? I don't have a sponsor by Google, but because of Khon University, and I'm not sure my Falun University, your email or your tools in your university, you have Google Mail or not? But because our university, we have a Google platform, so it's easier to use and for free. This is the example that sometimes you don't have the idea what's going to be like, because you would like to do a research of how you could. This is the problem of the factory, and you would like to simulate the way um, how to classify um, the material in the workshop. And here you just prompt, and then you have the simulation interactive that you can play around, and you don't need to hire the programmer. This tool, is a programmer. They did the programming for yourself, even though you don't know any idea of programming before. This done by the tools, and your research going to be more, immersive experience when you demonstrate your idea. Um, Maybe because once I don't know, here everybody would like to in the stage of providing the proposal to the committee. Now you have to uh, generate the slide, right, and explain what's going on, what behind the literature reviews that you have been reading, and you would like to propose your research methodology. You have to explain it, but sometimes people listen to your work, they don't quite get it. But here, if you use it, asking the AI tool to help you to simulate, before that, you have to hiring somebody to write the program for you, but not now. You just prompt, and then you get it, this kind of tool easily. And I don't know, anybody here, please raise the hands if somebody would like, looking for some kind of tool here to demonstrate of your methodology. I will come back to all these too, so everybody here gonna have experience how to do it. I will introduce how to do it, but this just the example, okay, and more. Ah. Because the secretary sent me the list of the participant for the session, quite various, maybe somebody from health side, maybe from science technology, and maybe from humanity and social science. It's very difficult for researcher to translate the technical term to the normal people, because we are researcher, we know everything we did, we read the words, but all the words are scientific words. So sometimes you might need some simple word. This one is we call storybook from Google, done by Gemini. It's free. You just prompt or maybe attach your material, and then transform your scientific material into the simple work, into the we call storybook, into the cartoonized and more illustrative piece of work. It's easier to understand in simple word. So sometimes some I heard that some nurse study, when they go to the community, they would like to explain and would like to get some survey from the people in the community. When they say, okay, may I have your answer from the point of view that I do a survey here, and I need your feedback, and my work is about blah 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 blah, and people in the community or in the village say, oh, what is this lady are talking? Is I don't understand, because the people in the rural area, they don't understand your work. But if you can transform your idea into the simple one, or maybe especially, I think it's quite benefit for education study, who's come from faculty of education. You might need some kind of storybook for the student in the high school, or maybe in the elementary school, to be part of your research involved. Okay, I will come back. I will give you some time to experience. But I just show you that the AI not just helping you to search, to conform the idea, but also help you to translate the scientific language into the simple one. Okay. And even here, I'm now shift from Google company into another company. This is Meta, Facebook, you know. So I don't know with anyone here from health side. And this I just upload the picture of the ladies, and it can do a segmentation of the image. It can draw a 3D picture. It would be nice to have this kind of picture, 3D image, and interactive, in your slide when you present your proposal or maybe present in your papers or your thesis. Simple one click, you can see that this is the demonstration I show you. It's done, in a dash, 1 second. Upload the picture, click, generate segmentation of the image, and make the 3D. This is the example because I'm looking for some kind of to detect what's wrong after this lady, she fall out. So um, if we can see her, backbone, whether it might be crack or some critical part of her body, might be to monitoring. So it also can help the medical doctor to identify maybe something wrong with her hip or maybe to her back. You know, this can be transparent. It's quick. Um, so if you can access to my slide, you can click this slide and it's going to go to the link because it's embedded link to the tool. Or maybe you can go to aidemos.meta.com. We're going to come back later, but first I would like to introduce how powerful of the AI tools. Okay. And what's more, the same tool from Meta. Meta is the name of the company done by the Facebook company. Maybe everybody use Facebook right now, or maybe no longer use. They might use Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Facebook also, Meta company also very intense to produce the tool competing Gemini, OpenAI, GPT, and DeepSeek or Grok, whatever. But this one, so if your research involved in health science or maybe biological science, and you are looking for something that detect, object detection in video. This is the example of I put the video of the cell movement, and then I say find the cell, and then it's detect even tracking, tracking of the cell. So before that, before these two coming up, how could we do this kind of thing? We would like to have the output like this. You have to hire the computer to program, and then to train the AI to learn this kind of the word cell. What is kind of cell? There's maybe something in the specimen, but then you train it, and then you have to make sure that it's clever enough to know what is the name of the cell, and then it might not be take 1 minute. But because myself, I did a research on parasite detection. It took me a year to do this too, but now it's available. I didn't need to spend a year to train my AI. I just use meta segmentation, and now this tool we call SAM3. They have a series SAM1, SAM2, and SAM3. SAM3 even more clever. Research on geoanalytics. I don't know anybody here doing the research about that. Looking for the satellite image, and you want to let the AI identify the piece of the object from the satellite image. You just prompt, and then you can get the whole object that you're looking for in the satellite image. We're going to come back later. I just firstly introduce how powerful and so nice, and so astonished, tool that they can do, it's so easier now. Okay. What else? Here is example of genetic. I don't know anybody doing research on genetic visualization, DNA. The Gemini 3, they just has this kind of, but you just prompt, and then it's gonna analyze what kind of DNA, type that related to the course that you're looking for. Okay. Okay. All those of things, it's just the preamble introduction of the how powerful it is. And everybody here might experience using GPT. GPT, anybody using GPT? Please give me the interactive, sticker so then I have time to read. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's good, Khan. Somebody asked me, they would like to have AI agent uh, to identify the proposal, right? Okay. And also the tool to facial. Okay. Facial emotion, whether sad or happy. Okay. Yes, yes, it can do it. It can do it. Okay, Kun Rangsiman. I will show you later. But first, I would like you to give me a sticker. Anyone has been using, prompt tools, maybe Gemini or OpenAI, blah, 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 here. Um, the reason why I put this slide up, and then we're gonna go back to the tools I show you before. All the tools I showed you before, we prompt, right? And once we prompt the text, we get a text. Or maybe we ask for video, then we get video. Maybe we ask them to generate the image, we get the image, right? But sometimes, because during research, you just would like somebody to talk to you and to help you, just like a secretary. Say, hey, help me because I have no idea. I'm just the first year master and PhD student. I have no idea what kind of research that I'm supposed to do, or what kind of, the research gap right now available on this area. Or maybe you already have the idea, but you don't know, I mean, the related works that you're supposed to read, Then you just prompt to all these two. But I have to say that they're not built, they're not designed for a research support. How come, Wanida? You just show me, I mean, earlier that it can generate the tool for the research. Yeah. I mean, if you use it, I mean, in their website, right? You might not notice that they may have some kind of menu inside. We call reasoning model. In all the chat model like GPT, Claude or DeepSeek or Gemini, if you open a web browser and you type in, you have the benefit and the feature from chat model. And what is reasoning model? How can we know that we're going to use the reasoning model or chat model? The chat model is just you type in and you get the answer. Sometimes we
ล้วนแต่ไปทำให้เกิดสุขภาวะผลขึ้นมาได้ทั้งนั้น
it's okay. Sometimes we confuse. We would like to know how come you get the answer to me like that. Can you explain? Because sometimes they might providing hallucination because the name generative. Generative AI that can generate something new. Even though they read the book 300 million books, but they might uh, imagine something not yet. So you have to be careful from the chat model because it might hallucinate. But in order to use for research, better to use the research mode. The research mode we call reasoning model is slower and it take more token. I mean more powerful, or maybe you have a credit. It's gonna spend more money or credit on this model, but you have more concise and more trustful of the content. I will show you example. Okay, let everybody, go along with me. Okay, I'm gonna get out from. Before I get out, I would like to introduce you something here. For on the left hand side, we call chat model is good for content creation. You just type, okay, help me, design what kind of lunch I should have, or I don't have the idea yet, help me. It's good for simple tasks, but it has lots of hallucination. Something might not existing, or maybe, oh, it's not a real thing, the content that they generate. But on the other side, that I call reasoning model. Reasoning model is good for scientific research. It's good for us, and it can help to do some complex, because it's gonna scout the idea, and it's good for us because it has low hallucination. Hallucination is something that not existing yet. Yeah, daydream. So okay, let we go to any tools here. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me go to Gemini first. Okay, because once you have a prompt, right, you just, survey of the fatigue. Maybe I'm looking for research on fatigue, of the driver fatigue factors. So I just asking for driver fatigue factor without doing anything. We call chat. So it just get some kind of book that they read and answer me by saying, how come? How do they answer me like this? It can be trustful because they said Gemini can make mistake. You have to check whether it's real or not in the world, or in the reference. They don't provide the reference. But here you have to click here, deep research. This is a reasoning model. Spend more time. For the chat model, it's so quick. You can get the quick answer, but the answer you're not quite sure whether it's real or not because they don't providing the reference. Say occupation factors, maybe long hour for two consecutive hours. Why is two consecutive hours? Or maybe 4 or maybe 5? Can I trust this kind of answer? But if we click deep research, okay, and say, okay, start a new thing. Okay, now my screens show deep research. You're gonna see it. Okay, survey. Doing doing a survey on drivers fatigue. I'm looking for the factors relevant to driver fatigue because I would like to do a research on preventing accident on the road. Okay. See the difference between the chat mode and also the reasoning mode. Reasoning mode is benefit for our research because it's less hallucinate. See, something they don't providing the answer, but they providing the task that they're gonna do for us. They said, okay, Wanida, you asked me to do for you, right? Because Wanida doesn't have time, and I would like to get some document about driver fatigue. What kind of driver fatigue factors or whatever to do? They said, okay. The thing that the AI, the Gemini is going to do is to understand the definition of fatigue and physiological indicator and the symptom of the driver fatigue. And they're going to search academic study, government safety report, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to find the measurement, the scale, and they're going to investigate and they're gonna research on the driver on the driver fatigue statistic on the road safety regulation in Thailand and looking for the impact. So just like I'm asking this a researcher, a Gemini researcher, because this is a deep reasoning model, this one called deep research. And if I'm okay with the way they work, then I just let them do the research for me. But because I say, not enough. Maybe I need more about regulation, not comparing Thailand and the global. Okay, so maybe I edit the plan and I type more. Okay, what change do you want to make? Okay, adding the tabular, comparing the Thai and global, regulation about, drivers fatigue. So I need them to, tabular, make into the table, comparing, adding more tasks. this researcher, just like I'm hiring the researcher, Gemini researcher to do the job for me. See, so now they update the task. And if I'm okay, I just click start research. And the way in this reasoning model mode, you can the task can be transparent. We can see what they are thinking, what they are doing. See, they said here they're gonna do they're gonna search for 26 website from this website, blah blah blah, from the publication, from the website. So from the WHO, and we can click to original resource. Okay, from this one, development of from Chulalongkorn University. Okay, work rest model reducing fatigue in the long distance for the truck driver, blah blah blah. Okay, so at least we have the reference what they're thinking, and they're telling us what they are doing, and the work not just finished. As I said, the reasoning model taking more time and take longer time. But if you use the Gemini for free, they have a certain limit of asking. It's gonna be spend more. But if you use the chat model, you can use the Gemini more, more credits. But this one spend more token. We call token. Token is just the technical term of the resources that they use to generate the idea from the AI. See, from at the first 26 website, they said, okay, they synthesize the finding from the 26, and now they try to identify and comparing the global and local regulation. And now next step, they research more. Now it's been like say 70 more related works. And then they now read the Thai road safety landscape and environment and comparing. And they do more research, see? And now they try to consolidate what they're reading, summarize, and extract, the content and make a report for us. If we don't use deep research, we have to go to, journal publication and asking for, the search the term driver fatigue, and I have to go, 70 website to get all this content. And I have to read by myself. One paper might spend, one day for the quickest. Maybe somebody, read one paper for a whole week, But this one, it take about 10 minutes. It take more than the chat model. Chat model just prompt and then you get the answer. But this one take longer because they do the job for you. They search the original content for you. So you know where they get it. What the content behind the answer. Okay, let me wait a second. Okay. So now we are waiting for my result. Please, use your own interest. Go to the Gemini and use the deep research mode and asking the related word that you're looking for. Okay, but because now I'm gonna do research on driver fatigue. So here it spend like 10 minutes and it say, okay, I do the result from Gemini doing a comprehensive analysis from driver fatigue, comparing the physiological mechanical from Thailand in international regulation. See, I get the work that they synthesize 70 websites for me and comparing what the factor from maybe EU, the regulation put the 9 hours drive, the driver allowed to drive 9 hours up to 10 hours twice a week. But in Thailand, you're not allowed to drive more than 8 hours, comparing to the other country. They do the survey, blah, blah, blah here. And they also, get the law, road safety law, 2022, 2027, up to date, and see, and here the source that they use in this report. So we want to make sure that the report is relevant or real, not that they, generate the thing news from AI. We can click, whether it's real or not, like for this one from PubMed, Yeah. Okay. Low frequency road noise on driver sleepiness and performance. Yes. So it's more relevant. And we can get the idea from the answer because they do the survey, they read, they synthesize, and they make the summarize for us. And they also can do the infographic. You click here, infographic mode. Because sometimes text, even though the text is good, get more detail, but sometimes you want to have a quick look and, sharing your idea into the graphic. When we talk to others, say, hey, see this infographic, and this could be used in your slide or when you talk to your supervisor or your friends in your seminar room. Okay, wait a second. Behind the work, they do the programming for us. Gemini has a programmer here, AI programmer. And later on, you can use this infographic shareable on website. If you would like to create your own, research website, and this infographic can be used interactively, interactively on website. Wait a second, because it take more longer time. See, from the report here, I have the report, but now I can get the summarize of the report into the graphic. See, comparative analysis of the regulations, silent killer, most of the accident on the road, 20% from, the fatigue of the drivers, and it intends to be having more 4 times. Oh, so scary. So even we are a good driver, we have a good sleep, we drive from Khon Kaen to Mae Fah Luang, but we are risk on the road because 70% of our drivers sharing on the same road. Some of them, have a fatigue, they don't have enough sleep. So it's good. It's going to be more dangerous. See? And here. And it interactive because I can mouse I can put my mouse hover on and it look nice. See the graph, and they can create the graph for me as well. Look much better than the text, and this can be shared, they can be shared. So I can copy content, and because I'm using Google Mail, sorry, I have this here, Google Drive, okay. Google Site, Google Site is the tool for Google Drive to make the website. Okay, here. And I'm gonna generate my research about driver fatigue. Okay, I say. Okay. And embedded. See, I can have the graph that generated by the Gemini in deep research mode and put into my website. And I can share this website to anyone who interested in my research. Okay, drag down. Fatigue and alcohol related to accident on the road. without hiring computer engineering to program the website for you. I think my job is gonna be, I mean, if I still, performing as a programmer, I might not get a job because AI can do the job for us. Okay, and I just publish, and I say, okay, Wanida research on driver fatigues. Okay, and I publish. And the website is going to be site Google ku.ac.th, and it's a driver fatigue, maybe too long. Okay, say fatigue, this is going to be my website. And publish. And now I can tell everybody here to access my work. So you can click my link and see the infographic that done by my AI researcher. See, anybody can access? If you can access, can you give me the sticker behind my URL? Oh, you don't. Oh, sorry. It's error, right? Is the error? Okay, let me see. How is error? Okay, thank you. I just added. Publish. There are no unpublished change. Return to editor. Review change and publish. View website. Okay, sorry. More. This one. Okay, the new one. Still error? Huh? Oh, how come? Oh, I put still error 40400. Publish, view public site, public setting is public. Fatigue, edited reviews. Oh, okay, let me go to the link. Still error 404. Okay. Or maybe the campus site Google kku.ac.th is not public. Or maybe I don't set access to the public. Share, copy link. When I click, yeah, how come? Okay, just if you cannot share your, oh, okay, URL was not found on the server. Okay, so sorry. Maybe because of the kku.ac.th, my university. Yeah, KKU domain, I agree. Yeah, not public. But here I can from the Gemini, if we go back, okay. At least we can, save the image. You can download the image of the infographic. And if we go back to the report, okay, here, we can create the flashcard, to make the summarize of what is just like infographic, but it's a flashcard to summarize what's the key content here. Okay. So I will leave you some time to explore the deep research features and find whether it's benefit to your work. Okay. So how are we going to do it? We go to Gemini. Okay. We go to Gemini and then make sure that you turn this on, deep research. If you use the normal chat, we call chat model, but if you use this one, is a deep research mode that's going to do more deeply, scouting all the contents and providing the relevant document to make sure that it can be trustful. Okay, what else can I get from the flashcard? Here, I can get the flashcard here about FMSC, continue driving limits, EU regulation, and driving limits before break, mandatory break duration. So these kind of tools can help, micro sleep. I have to go and read more. What is micro sleep, and impairment after 17 hours awake. See, they generate the keyword for the flashcard for this, the content that they research for us. So I do hope that is benefit to your work. This research mode is spend more token. So if your account not pro, maybe basic, you might be able to use the deep research mode prompts, not more than 5 times a day. And if they say, okay, you have a limit, then you come back next tomorrow, and then they can use it again. But if you have a pro version, you can provide more prompt, more credit to use it. This mode is spend more credit rather than the chat model. Chat model you can spend asking many times as you like. I don't know whether the user from Mae Fa Luang has the Gemini Pro or not, but the Google company, they announced, but they already passed the deadline. They said before December 9, if the Gemini, if the Google.com, account user, normal user, and they would like to use the Gemini, they can upgrade themselves without paying for Gemini Pro for free for 1 year. But I don't know, anybody here has the Gemini Pro. So I get the Gemini Pro for benefit for free. Okay, Gemini Pro for students, I think, it's already been limited. This one, student offer for free. Maybe it's already gone for a year. For free, try for free for 12 months. It said can help for homework assignment, preparing for exam, and helping, support assistant for writing, not let them write for you, even though I asked them to write a summarize, but I'm not saying the report that they use I'm gonna exactly use, because I have to read and make sure that they summarize in the way they generate. I mean, at least they do the job for me. Okay. Okay. I give you for 5 minutes more to explore the deep research mode for yourself, for your own research, question. Okay. If anybody have a question, you can raise the hands here. You just put the deep research mode. And what if the chat GPT, can it do the same? Okay, if like this one, you just chat model, you just say survey. It's gonna be a quick quick answer. But if you plus here, they have thinking. Here they have deep research. See, because my ChatGPT, I have the basic, not the word, the what they call the paid plan. I'm allowed to use the research 5 prompt a day. But because in Khon University we have, I don't have to go to the website itself. I can have to, we call KQ IntelliSphere, that we can chat here. Sorry, new chat. Okay, here in Khon University, we have lots of things. We don't have to go and pay. I don't know whether Mae Fah Luang University already have this one. But you can raise your voice to your administrator, or maybe your dean or your president. The reason why Khon University have this AI tool inside, the website inside our university, because we're concerned of the confidential leak, especially for researcher, because we're gonna do the research and we're not yet ready. If you use the tool outside, maybe once you put your knowledge, your idea, your research work, if you get the paid plan, which means you subscribe, then they're not going to use your work for training the AI. But if you use for free, then it's quite risky because you put your knowledge, you share your knowledge to them. So that's why we have our own space. We call Sphere, our own local AI tools in our university. So any document on the confidentiality or intellectual property of us, then they're not going to be shared to these AI tools. But if you go to this one thing that I would like you to read, the disclaimer, ChatGPT. Maybe we can say privacy. Okay. See, they say involve managing your data input and use to control your conversational are used. If you use for free, they got whatever we talk or whatever we put inside the platform, they're gonna use for training. So any other people from the world that go to this website, they're gonna learn as well. Okay, somebody else. Okay. So can we move on to another tools? It's very quiet. I don't know whether everybody get to know the deep research mode. We call reasoning model because the name of this one different to others. For Gemini, they use deep research. For GPT, they say deep thinking. For DeepSeek, they use deep thinking, I think. Yeah, or deep think. They use deep think. They use deep think. So you have to turn on, green mode, and then they're gonna do maybe the same survey drivers. Take more longer time, say thinking, okay, fatigue is so broad, but I'm gonna do the survey, reading, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe in GPT. And here, You have to click thinking, clicking on. See, this is the version of DeepSeek. DeepSeek's done by the Chinese company. Okay, this one. See, they do more survey. Blah blah blah. But because I have my university, I can spend more than 5 prompts for deep thinking at the GPT. But if you upgrade the subscription plan, then you can use more. This is the recommendation for me if you are looking for some kind of relevant document and not less hallucinate for this chat model. Okay, can we move on? Okay. If I go too fast, just raise the hand. Okay. Okay. This is the differentiation of the chat model. Chat model you prompt and then they put the output, prompt, and you don't know where the content are from and whether you can trust the document. But if you turn on the deep thinking, deep research on any platform, it is called reasoning mode, the agent mode. Somebody said maybe the agent mode. It providing the idea that the agent is going to do the job for you, and they're going to scout, all the content on the online for you more and providing the reference, and then you get the answer. Okay. And one more tool still in the Google, company. Why? Because I like this one because if you go to notebooklm.google.com, I read the privacy protection. They said whatever we put the resource in, they're not going to use even for free plan, even not the Gemini Pro. Whatever we put in the resources, they're not going to use for training. Okay, and the benefit of Notebook LM behind the Notebook LM agent is Gemini because the same company, but they can do more. They can do the mind map. Sometimes we do a research at the beginning. We have to draft the idea of the research map to find the research gap, and they can also making a brief report or me a detailed report, just like the Gemini version deep research mode. And they can also generate the sound, the audio, summarize the word that you are looking for into the audio, and also the video, and also the quiz, preparing. You have the relevant document you put inside the notebook, and then you like to imagine yourself, you're gonna have the qualification examination, QE exam. You would like to know, what's the exam's going to be like. They can generate the mock-up exam for you. So, and also if you are a lecturer, you use the Google Classroom for managing your class. It can be embedded into the classroom. I myself, I'm teaching the class for my bachelor and also master and PhD degrees in Khon University. I use Classroom to upload my content and also let my students submit their assignment. But now the Notebook LM also attached to the Google Classroom, which then I can providing more the content, more specific content for my student easier, just like you have your own libraries inside the classroom, So let's go to this website. Okay. Okay. See the benefit here? They say here, AI power research partner. And I like you to understand here. We value your privacy and never use your organizational data to train. I like it because I'm doing research and I don't want anybody to compete me on my research. But I mean, because I would like to contribute my idea, and it's not being copyright yet or being protected yet. I'm not ready yet. I mean, once everything is ready, I would like to share and expand my contribution to the world. But maybe I'm not ready yet. So it is a choice. So how can we do that? You just have the Gmail account, then try. Okay. Here, for example, I'm doing a research on waste management. And now recently in Thailand, we have a new regulation. I just put the regulation inside the resources here. But for example, if you start at the beginning for new, try new notebook and generate new notebook. You can upload the content that you would like to let them help you, because they claim they're AI research partner, just write a partner to help you to understand the document, the papers. Or you can, if you have a website or YouTube, the video, or maybe the text, even from the Google Drive, you can share that. But if you, because I have a version Pro. I'm allowed to add resource for 300 resources. But if you have a Gemini Basic, you can put 100 resources. Okay. So all the sources here, you can put the image, the document, even the video or the sound inside the notebook LM. Or if you have no idea, then you can let them, just like you have a Google search inside here. Okay. And now they have a mode deep research. If you turn on the deep research mode, the fast search or deep research mode, okay, I put deep research mode. Deep research mode, which means I showed you before, is reasoning model. They can scout the idea more critically and understand what you're asking for from your prompt, rather than the fast mode. Fast mode, just, quick result. But this one, in-depth result, and report. So I say, okay, fatigue, driver fatigue. I have no idea yet what kind of research I'm gonna do for the driver fatigue. Maybe I might implementing some device, or maybe I would like to propose the policy research for my government. So I have no idea yet. So I would like this partner to help me to find the result, relevant document. So now I put this one on. So everybody, please go to Notebook LM. And try with me. See, because deep research is taking time. They're gonna identify what's fatigue, what they try to understand the name of the fatigue. Okay, Kun Rangsiman, looking for the book chapter outline. I recommend you to use the chat model, because I mean, if you have the idea of your content already, maybe I don't know, Kurang Siman might would like to this one. You don't need to use the research. You say just generate the book outline about book chapter, about what kind of idea, maybe a driver fatigue. Sorry, I just this one. Just put the chat, prompt. Chapter 1 about invisible threat. I mean, this is the name, and understand fatigue, type of fatigue, impact on driver performance, high risk group, countermeasurement, blah, 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 I think you need only a prompt, no longer need the deep research, unless you don't have the idea yet what kind of the content inside your book, and if you already have a book content, then you just prompt. I think it's easier. Okay, let coming back to notebook. Okay, because I put the deep research mode, it spend more time, They're gonna understand what's driver fatigue, why they just doing the same like deep research นะคะ ค่ะ thank you ค่ะ Please bear with me because I put the deep research mode. It spend more time, maybe 10 minutes. But you can experiment by yourself. Put your own interest into the notebook LM, or even you have your own document. This one I have my own regulation, and it can summarize here. And one thing I would like to show you here, here. What once this notebook different from Gemini, prompt that they have already have the tool here. So for this one, I can generate the sound, because sometimes I'm too lazy to read. It's many pages to read, and it would like somebody explain to me in before I go to bed. They say here.
สวัสดีครับวันนี้เราจะมาคุยกันเรื่องที่สำคัญมากสำหรับผู้ประกอบการโรงงานนะครับคือเรื่องประกาศกระทรวงอุตสาหกรรมฉบับใหม่พ.ศ. 2566เกี่ยวกับการจัดการกากอุตสาหกรรมหรือที่เขาเรียกว่าสิ่งปฏิกูลหรือวัสดุที่ไม่ใช่
Yeah, I do apologize because these law are written in Thai, and I also setting the output of whatever I here output language. If you're not familiar with Thai language, you would like to you can choose the language, any language you like, Japanese, Chinese, English, whatever. Here, okay. Okay. Somebody looking for reference editing for manuscript. Okay. Yes, definitely. Because in the old day, if you don't have like Zotero or EndNote tools, then you can use the AI prompt to formatting for you. ค่ะ Okay, I will show you a minute นะคะ but this one if I can choose the language I like here, you can choose English นะคะ and then output language, and then you can ask them for generate things. And here, when I generate the mind map, I already did, see all the document, they can make a relevant what inside the content here. So because they update regulation, they have a definition more here. So sometimes some kind of research map can help you to quickly understand because it can generate the correlation of the content inside. So if you would like to go to focusing on like this one, การครอบครอง the continuing the law, when I click, then it's gonna go coming back to the content where I'm talking about นะคะ See, where is it? And then they say, okay, in the last part of the law, that still keep continuing on the issue number 24, blah 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 here. Okay, apart from generate the audio summarize, friendly for us to listen rather than using your eye. You have a fatigue, reading too much from the screen, and you can make a PowerPoint. Quickly PowerPoint here. See, sometimes when I have the document, I have to read, summarize, and scrap the content into the PowerPoint. But here you can have the PowerPoint. It can make the PowerPoint for you. Really easy like that, right? See? But you have to check. Don't trust them 100% because the Gemini, they said can be inaccurate. From here, you can see at the bottom, Notebook LM can be inaccurate. Please double check in response. Even though you have a partner generate for you, you have to recheck whether the word they make like 30 days, 60 days, this kind of figure are correct or not. This we call PowerPoint, and you can download here. You can download. See. Okay, you can have. See, I have a slide on PDF to be used. And what else? I can also have infographic here. And also a video generated, but it might take more time. I think this one is a video, right? Okay. Okay, this is a video summarize. Sorry.
So, in 2023, Thailand's government completely overhauled the rules for how factories deal with their waste. We're going to break it all down. What do these new regulations actually mean? Who do they affect? And how is this new digital system supposed to change everything? You know, it seems like a simple question, right? But honestly, the answer is so important. For years, that gap, the one between waste leaving a factory and it being safely disposed of, that's been a huge, huge problem, often leading to illegal dumping and serious environmental damage. And that is the exact problem these new rules are trying to fix. So, starting November 1st, 2023, there's a new game plan in effect. The whole mission here.
How nice it is, my partner. They can generate the video for me. So if I, go to the Ministry of Industry and would like to propose my research work about what's going on the update law, then I have a quick one, a quick video to summarize. It helped my work more professionally, rather than, putting the paperwork, PowerPoint, and then explaining. Now I have a video, I have an audio as well. And the audio as itself is so friendly, just like the friends talk to friends, it's more simple word. I think this one, this one. Okay, this one isn't the sound I showed you earlier.
แถมยังมีฉบับแก้ไขเพิ่มเติมออกมาการตั้งแต่ในโรงงาน
ค่ะสำหรับฝั่งผู้รับดำเนินการหรือโรงงานที่รับจัดการของเสียนะคะ ตามข้อ 17 เมื่อรับของเสียมาแล้วเนี่ยมีหน้าที่สำคัญเลยคือต้องตรวจสอบก่อนต้องเช็คให้แน่ใจว่าของเสียที่มาส่งมันตรงกับที่ได้รับอนุญาตไว้หรือเปล่าแล้วก็ต้องมีการทำสิ่งที่เรียกว่า fingerprinting ด้วยค่ะ
fingerprinting
ใช่ค่ะคือ
See, they have just like friends talking to each other, and just like I have another friends, two friends summarize what's the update of the law, and then more easier to understanding. Or if you would like to use this tool on your research broadcast, it's quite easy. So my infographic just finished. They have a infographic feature that I already done here. They can summarize, the whole, laws summarize into one page. You say, okay, the definition of the waste generator has been changed, and the best professor from the law also have more, more laws from the update law. So I don't know whether you like it or not, but I think it's found very useful. Okay. Yes. Because it's allowed to upload many ad source. See, you can see the doc, the TIFF, Yep. Can we upload Excel? Do I have Excel here? XLS. Sorry. From Excel, you have to convert into the PDF. ค่ะคุณรังสิมัน If you have the Excel, the format, you can make into the PDF, and then they can read the PDF นะคะ Okay,คุณ Bera looking for of the reference formatting. A high chance of mistake. Okay, let me see whether they can do for you or not. Okay. So let me go to, if we use this one for, formatting, maybe how can we do that? You can try, you can say, you can upload here. I recommend you to upload your the doc that providing your reference that not formatting yet, and then you can format those these reference into APA style or ITP style, whatever you can type in, and then can help you to generate. But there's more specific tools that I can recommend, but it's not in my slide because size space. Okay, this one. They have a menu. เดี๋ยวนะคะ here. Okay, this one, citation generation. You can choose the style, and then you can select your paper, your resource paper, and then they can generate for you. For example, if I put this one, see, they can generate the format for you. That's the correct one. It depends on the format that you like here. I hope this question could be answered. Okay. So I will let you some more time to explore the benefits of the notebook LM. Oh, here I finished already because I would like to, because I don't have a document yet, and I let the notebook LM to explore on the deep research mode, and they found 40 resources, and then I can import. So now I imported the whole document about and then I can check whether it's real document or not. Let them do the job for me first. Or I would like to quickly more laws about laws. I can select once they search for us. You don't have to import all of them. I say, okay, it's not relevant. I would like to add more like this, more source like this from this one. Okay, and then I imported more 3. For now, my sources is 43 resources. And then I can ask them to do a mind map. Or even make a data table. If they have some kind of statistic inside the document, I can make a data table as well. Or even make a report. And inside, if you have a pen, which means you can configure it. For example, or for audio here, I can say more briefly or more debate, somebody debate the fact, the benefit of here, or you can prompt more specific, like focusing on the law or focusing on the factors or focusing on physiological of the driver. So this, if you find the pen, which means you can config for audio as well. Audio, you can put like what language you would like to generate and what kind of background or slide of the video, cartoonist, you can make that, explain or briefly summarize. And slide decks, slide which in PowerPoint slide, you can also make a presentation slide or just a slide, and even more prompt here. Okay, so I have 44 sources for my fatigue drivers, research. I have no idea yet. And then here, they said, okay, Wanida interested on driver fatigue. There can be maybe the type of fatigue and maybe how we can measurement and the technology to prevent, or maybe the law. So what kind of fatigue, active, passive, sleep related, or the factor, I can do physiological, or the driver behavior, or the measurement tools, blah, 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 and any law, okay, hours or something, control the driver fatigue. And then I can download this image, into my presentation. So here I have the picture. Okay, let me show. See, I can have the research map in my presentation. The data table. Okay, make a table of statistic. If they have inside the resources. Okay. Summarize some of the data statistic inside the 44 resources. And if I would like to make sure that they are real resources, I can click here, and here they have a reference here. Go to the original copy here. Effect of active passive fatigue on driving simulator. They are real. They're not generated by AI. They're recruiting this for real. And if, exclamation, which means they cannot import. So maybe it's not real. So you can remove the resource. Or here you can say remove all failed sources, which means no existing, or cannot be accessed, or maybe subscript. You have the license to be able to access your resources. Okay, here, the data. Now I have the data. They can summarize here, and also providing the reference from passive fatigue, impact, and number of data, and also the reference. Okay. So let you play the notebook LM and tell me how you like it, because it's now time for break, for coffee, for drinks. And then we come back for maybe I leave 10 minutes for break. We coming back for 10:45. Shall we? And I leave you some time to explore the notebook LM. Or if anybody has the question, you can ask me here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let's have a break. Coming back at 10:45. Yeah. Back. Welcome back. Everybody has got coffee already? Shall we get back? Okay. Okay. Before we leave, because I just adding more slide because somebody asked me about the facial recognition. Later on, we're gonna use this tool. Okay. Thank you. So how do you find the notebook LM of benefit to your research? Have you tried to all the features here? Summarize the contents into the audio, video presentation, slide presentation, infographic, and even make a draft report for you, and also the research mind map. Okay, so can we get back to more tools? Okay, what can I do? And earlier I showed you the example of Meta company. So if you search Meta AI Sam here. Okay, I think I have here. Okay, Sam 3D here. You can click 3D playground. Okay. This is for segmentation. If you like to segment some particular area of your interest of the data here. Okay. Let me. Okay. Playground. Okay, I go to the playground. Earlier before I have a 3D body, so I can upload my own picture. Desktop dataset. Okay, this guy. Or somebody looking for some, sport science to see the picture of the body, whether they're performing okay or not. So I'm focusing on this guy, the green one. See, you can have the real. You can see it might, happen to the back or even the hip here. Or if you click this picture, the green ladies here. Very nice one, right? You can play around here. Okay, where's big one? Chat. Okay. Or I can do a video cutout. If you are spot size for like this one, we have because I don't have video in my machine. So if you would like to track or maybe track this player. Okay, show tracking. Sorry, I have to mark somebody. Stop. Okay. I would like to say players in red. Okay, so this one, and now I'm gonna track this guy. See, anyone in red here? It's quite nice without programming. Okay, and even isolate the sound if somebody, doing a research using the sound, maybe natural detect of the wildlife in the forest. You can identify whether, a particular sound are coming. Okay. 3D scene like this one. Okay. And I'm looking for maybe a cup of this one. Next. Yeah, this one. See? I can have the 3D image of my glasses here. So if your research are doing some kind of object, tools, and you would like to make design of your research tool, you can use this one. Okay. let me get back to our more tools here. Notebook LM. Okay. More tools here. Scholar, Google Scholar. I don't know, anyone here already make your research profile on Google Scholar? Google Scholar, you can search available publication online that contain, they scout by google.com. They have a Google Scholar here, and they also have a Google profile, research profile. And now they just providing we call Scholar Lab, which you can ask a question. What the difference between the reasoning model from the prompt? Because all the Gemini or OpenGPT, ChatGPT, or DeepSeek or Grok or whatever or the chat model, the background of the knowledge, there's so many, they read the website, they read the YouTube, they read everything, but not many behind of the research articles. But in Google Scholar, behind the engine here is a research publication like journals or conference. So let me go to this one, Scholar. Like this one, like myself, I have my profile here. Here I can have my profile here, but the feature that they're providing here is labbed, which we can ask because like find the papers for the last 5 years that now I know that I would like to work on driver fatigue, drivers fatigue relevant related to the heart signal. Okay, but rather than put the keywords, and I would like to use this keyword for them to deep down to particular papers and identify where the content that I'm looking for. So just like search engine, not Google search, but it's search inside the Scholar, and this is for free. See, because I'm looking for heart related to heart rather than fatigue factors. Now I make the more meaningful of what I'm looking for to more factors, fatigue and also heart signal. See, I can have particular search more and this providing the reference, like this one from website Springer, from SciDirect. So if you are looking for some kind of research papers, scouting the research paper, they would be nice. And is behind of this platform is journals and conference gathering by the Google. Okay. Let's try on your own experience. Okay. And let's see how you like it. And they're also providing more whether this publication they have cited by 46 or this paper has been cited by number 32. I'm not saying that the number of citation would be the best paper, but which mean this work has been interested more, comparing to 46 and 32. But I'm not saying that 46 is a much better paper comparing to the one with less citation. The citation means just the people, number of people that interest, relevant to these papers. Okay. This one 160. So it just like when you go for shopping and if this paper has been downloaded a lot or buying a lot from this, maybe we get the idea that it may be good, because other people also interested. Okay, citation. Okay. What else? If I'm going too fast and you don't have time to experiment, then after finish the session, then later on you can try, okay, by your own your own pace. Okay, this morning somebody asked me about the citation reference formatting, but sometimes when you use the chat model, like I earlier mentioned, it could be Gemini, it could be ChatGPT, it could be Grok, DeepSeek, whatever. When they try to generate, because they are generative AI tools, we want to make sure that it's true. Sometimes it's providing something new that it never exists. You can check whether the site is true or not by copy the reference that they generate and check นะคะ and it's gonna say okay is here available here or no it's just a fake one because generative is generative, right? Just generate something new that never exists in our world. So sitetrue.com can help you to verify the reference that the generative AI tools produce นะคะ Let's check, maybe I check here, sitetrue.com. And earlier, what else? What else? Scholar, okay. Maybe somebody writes something like this, citation reference. And I say, okay, cite true. I check. Sorry. Fine. Sorry. Okay. Somebody looking for some kind of data analysis. Okay. Even this tool, the Gemini itself, it can also, providing, sorry, new chat. For example, here, I have the data set. Yeah. This data set. Sorry, it reading my computer machine reading. Open. Okay, what else? Supposed to read. Oh, it's already here. Sorry. Here, the data set I read here is lots of records, for heart disease. There's so many factors here. So I would like them to analyze for me. So I can say, visualize the what factor here. Okay, maybe I'm interested this one. Visceral fat. Controlling by BMI. I would like to know the relationship between this factor and the fat of the BMI. So you can see that inside they use the code to, to analyze. See. Because this quick data 36 records of various type of the fats, and I would like to know whether it's relevant to the BMI, the fat or not. And here you can say by gender, by BMI, they generate the graph for me, and they say, okay, the correlation between two factors, they have like 0.49, not nearly to 1, is slightly moderate positive correlation, and it can say that the BMI around this range and can provide the lowest fat. Okay. So I don't know whether it could help. Okay. Gemini also can do that as well. And actually, in my slide, I also introduce you more of the tool we call Astra. Okay. If you double click to interact, double click this one to this website. Astra also the open source. What they do, they analyze data here, and they can also do like Google Scholar for finding paper, or also just like Gemini or OpenAI deep research, they also can generate the report. So for analyzing data, I also use the same. Okay, sorry. I have to close the data here first. Save, okay. And ask the same question. Okay, I ask the same question. Where is it? Okay, here. Let them think now. It's in my slide,นะคะ. This tool created for free. Behind the engine of this Astra AI tool platform, they also have 108 million abstract and publication inside. So they're quite good, for, I think I found here. So like this one, doing a survey papers on LLM, because I am doing research on AI. So they can, generate the survey papers for me. And if here, I would like them to get the data from the papers, and here, after you prompt, because the function here, they have this one. Oops, sorry, my browser, so many browser. Generate report of finding papers. So you can type here, and then the output from the Astra from AI2 here, they can say, okay, this reference, because I'm looking for heart related focus. I asked them to clinical try across papers to track sample size and the statistic. And they say, okay, from what I'm asking, 64 related work. And here it can have from the source. So it's just like a libraries of the 108 millions abstract and papers, and I can download all citation here. So if I'm interested in this one, I can download this one as well. So this one you can also do on Google Scholar. Google Scholar. But if you're asking for Gemini or OpenAI, because there's so many, what I call is the resource are not relevant to the research, because it reads newspaper, it reads YouTube, it reads Google website, it can access not many content. Just like before my work here, you can see that sometimes they can get to the open access to PubMed MDPI, some website, from particular journal that they open here. Here, you can see that most of the material from the Gemini, they cannot get access to the journals. They can go to the website, some of them can access to open access journal here, but not many compared to particular one like Astra or Google Scholar. Okay, can we see here? Okay, here. They can also doing a data analysis here as well, compared to the Gemini. And earlier, when I show you before making a simulation, you can turn on this mode, Canva. For earlier, I put the data set here and asking for them to visualize, to plot the graph. And you can see that behind, in order to get the answer, they're coding for us. They're coding using Python coding to reading data and use some particular function. Because Python, they have a function that can analyze data like trend or here correlation, But if you're looking for some kind of programming here, you can use Canva here. Okay, turn mode off the Canva and then create the simulation of what kind? Driving driver. What can I do? Simulation of what? Or maybe object classification in factory. Okay, or even make a game. The Canva mode is the programming. So now you have a generative AI tool performing like a programmer. So now they said, oh, what they understand my asking here. Simulate object classification in factory, which means they're gonna have like a handheld for simulate robot, computer vision, real-time conveyor physics, scanning object, and mechanical sorting, and providing the simulation. So wait a second, because they're still coding for me. Okay, now I have the programming. I say real-time fitting. Sorting object conveyor speed. So I even have slower speed. So you don't need somebody to code for you. You can ask the generative AI to do the simulation for you here and the data analytic, and then can perform the data analytic for you here to see what kind of look and feel once you develop something, for your work. What's going to be like, This one you can do using the Canva mode, Canva mode. New chat, and then here, Canva mode for programming, for simulation. So let's try, or even image, create the image. Sometimes you would like to generate the image. You don't have time to go and snap the real one, and then you want to this one Gemini Nano Banana. Okay, create the image of waste water management for the city. Okay. I have no idea, I would like to do the research for wastewater management for smart city project. See, it can help me some kind of idea here. Okay. Inside my PowerPoint, whatever. I don't have time to snap or think. So sometimes you can generate the image. This one, you can say fast, thinking pro, which means fast, using less resource. But if you use thinking, which means more deep research, more tokens, more time, and more complex. Okay. Thinking longer for math, for coding. Okay. They have a mode, fast, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? So because somebody asked me about the citation. And this website also good for the beginner. If you don't have no clue yet what kind of research that you're gonna jump in, this one openknowledgemap.org can help you. For example, I would like to do a research on agentic AI and especially on multi-agent AI. So I just put the word multi-agent AI or maybe driver fatigue. Then behind this platform is also a 200 million papers. They're gonna draw the concept map, whether in order to do a research on multi-agent AI, the big one here, they do for curriculum, learning, and this one for privacy, multi-agent privacy concept, and the last one, this for agent behavior, which means not many people in the world are doing research in this area. So it can help me to choose the area or research gap, which area I would like to explore the research. So this is for good for scouting the whole landscape of the research. So just type in your keywords, the one that you would like to ask. Maybe I say driver fatigue. I don't know who else in the world doing research. What is the most people are focusing on, or what is the less interest topics available. So they scout from the whole publication and draw the bigger balloon mean the bigger interest. The smaller one mean not many relevance. Okay. Yeah, sure. I will make sure everybody can download, because I tried to download and it says something like embedded, some material I embedded something wrong. So I will check. And I will send to the secretariat. Later on they can distribute my work for you. Here, see, when I focusing on driver fatigue, the bigger one here, most of the paper available here, they about image processing, detection using image processing, and the smaller one here may be cardiac. If I would like to invest more in this area, because not many people in the world are doing it, so maybe it could be my research gap, and I might explore in this area because not many. So if I research on this area, maybe could put more effort or new contribution to this one. But this is the most bigger one most of the people are now doing. So in order to make the differentiation of the whole, the whole area here, it might be too difficult compared to the last one. Thank you. Okay, more tools. This one, open knowledge map. To at least help you to explore. What else? This one, consensus. If you click to, because when I put the link, the image, sometimes the image inside my Canva slide, they embedded with the link. So I click this one. If you click, and then it's gonna jump into the consensus. What is this consensus is for? And differentiate from Gemini or maybe Open Knowledge Map or maybe Google Scholar. Here they have a mode deep research, probably be the same, okay? And they can also summarize into the data. The notebook LM also can do that, okay? But one thing I like here, draft and outline, because sometimes we would like to make a story of what we would like to write here. So maybe I can say draft a dissertation, because we would like to do a dissertation. Okay, maybe draft an outline, or maybe your an outline for papers about driver fatigue. Oops, sorry. Okay, continue. I have to sign in. Okay, sign in. Okay, outline. Okay, maybe see draft and outline for papers about driver fatigue. Okay. See, it's similarly to the deep research mode, but they can help me to, to at least, because I would like to write a paper, but I'm not saying that let them write a paper for me. No, I'm not gonna let them write a paper for me, but I would like them to help me to draw the story map. Okay? And here I can say, okay, I might do my work, write a paper about this one, and proposal for the research would be, propose for thesis, and I can do a background and problem statement, by begin with psychological driver, sleepiness, and here they can also providing me the reference here is also the trust one, okay? And next outline would be the cost of the driver and the consequences and the concept and methodology, blah blah blah. So sometimes I have no clues what kind of research methodology I should do. This one can help me outline or guideline, and then it can summarize me here from the course, the reference that I could find here, and the detection, fatigue detection. I can go to this more paper here. So I think consensus could be benefit, okay? But because consensus also have a free and pro, okay? You can see it here. Try free pro for 7 days. I mean, normally for free you can use for 5 or I think five time prompts a day. So if your limit, if your credit has been limited for a day and then coming back tomorrow, you can use for free, unless you really like it, and then you can upgrade the plan for pro. Okay, so the background of the consensus also contain lots of publication and journal and conference paper and technical reports and abstract. So they're scouting the relevant and real papers compared to the Gemini, compared to this is for general tools, for asking for idea, but not particular the publication. Okay. So consensus is also alternative tool for you to looking for. Okay. What else? What else do I have here? Because it's nearly lunchtime, so I will leave you. You might say, okay, Wanida, you explained too quick. I don't even know how it could work. Then later on, you can try by yourself and see which one you like it. Okay. This one I showed you earlier because somebody would like asking for a tool for analyze, for analyze the data. They also have analyze data tool here, Astra for AI tool. And this morning, somebody asked me about facial recognition. So this is a AI tool. It's not a generative AI tool. We call teachable machine, which means you have to teach the machine. So you have to let them be the expertise, but it can. This one is we call narrow intelligent, which means it can be capable of intelligent in particular area of data that you're providing. It's not a generative AI type. So let me show you. Oops, sorry. Because somebody asking me this one. Okay. For this tool, we can do the experiment without coding, for image, for sound, for pose detection. What is pose detection? That's for sound here. They can do image classification. See? This me and dog, and sound, whether to detect the type, and pose, if you're looking for the pose, detection for exercising or maybe a doubt fall to prevent something, How we can do that, I will show the quick one for you, If everybody go to teachable machine here, Somebody asking for 3D functional structure, Okay, I will get back to Meta Sam, Actually, the Meta tool I showed you earlier, they can do the 3D, image if you have a 2D, Okay, this one, for the one who asked me before, okay, I do image. What the differentiation for this type of work? This one is the bigger one, which means we can use the mobile phone or the PC. But this one for the board, like a microcontroller board. If you would like to implement like IoT things for you to be able to do the AI, brain inside the controller board. So I would do this one, okay? Because I use the Zoom and I share my video, you can see my face in the Zoom. But because here I would like to show you using the camera. So I might turn off and you can see only my voice, So for this one, I would say smile, smile. Sorry, type. Oops. I say smile, and now I'm gonna use myself. Okay. Okay, I snap myself smiling for 100 pictures, and now I say I'm sad, I'm sad. I say sad. Okay. Okay. The reason why I put like more than 100 picture of myself because AI, if you like to train the machine to think like human being, you have to let them learn. When I say sad, I have to make myself, my eyes closed and some particular wrinkle in my, forehead and to make sure I'm sad, And then I just click train, a quick one without programming. Wait a second. And now, oh, it's not clever. It's supposed to detect me smiling. Oh, smiling and sad. This one sad, smiling. See? So if you're looking for some tool to detect the facial, expression, you can do by yourself, but you have to have the data set to which one is smiling, which one is sad, and or maybe if you have this one. I also doing for mosquito classification because in Thailand we have lots of mosquito, the itchy one, which means they don't have the disease. They just eat your blood and eating. The picture of the mosquito there has various mosquito or maybeอะไรนะmosquito various mosquito type, species. See, this one is dangerous one. Okay. So if you have some kind of where is it? Teachable. I have so many tools here on the website. Okay. You can create a new project and you can do a pose detection. Okay, what is the pose detection here? So you can upload the picture, okay, or you can use the video camera, okay. So let me say hi, hi. See, hi. I have to have enough picture of training the AI to know this is hi, and this is bye bye, or maybe what do you call it? Or maybe what else? Bye. Okay, bye bye. Okay, and it's a quick training. The high may be up, uplift, and the bye bye may be lower hand, and then you don't need to program, you can just upload your data set and let the machine to learn from your data, and then you can export, export the tools to use, sorry, it take a long time, 27, 28, the internet here. Okay. It take longer because the post, you can see that they can see my eyes, my lips. Okay. This one can do also for fatigue, for falling asleep. If I close my eye, Okay. Bye. Bye ไหม Hi. Hi ไหม Hi นะคะ and I can export นะคะ upload my model to Google Drive. This platform is done by Google นะคะ I can have this one. You can try my AI brain นะคะ because I teach them to hi and bye bye นะคะ anyone can use for your mobile phone or your PC นะคะ you can try นะคะ from the link I provided นะคะ okay and earlier you said somebody asking me for functional what is it called it structure ใช่ไหมคะไหนๆ okay. Let me try coding first. Okay, using the Canva. Create the 3D of why I'm testing for Gemini to draw a 3D image นะคะ and I'm gonna try this one functional structure if you have a 2D image and you would like to get a 3D image. I don't know which one you would have, or maybe we try this one. Okay, save link as desktop dataset. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Meta AI 3 SAM. SAM 3D playground. Okay, try playground. And now create 3D 3D bodies. Okay. No, sorry, back. Maybe 3D upload. I don't know whether they can do that. Okay, sorry. This been trained for. Okay. I think we should use image 3D. No, this is for segmentation, not 3D generator. Or maybe Gemini Pro, Nano Pro. Okay. Okay. ไหมคะ Because I'm not the expert on functional architecture, so if you can try for using the Canva mode นะคะ here, or you can use the Gemini Nano image นะคะ this one. And I attach the picture. Using the Nano Banana Pro นะคะ and this one using the programming try to generate. But if you have your source more particular source, then they might focusing on the particular data. Okay, let me see. Okay. No, this one, the Gemini cannot do it. Microscopic image. Okay, maybe you can, you can try if you have original source, you can upload นะคะ and ask using the Canva mode นะคะ for Vincent that you asking me. Let's try นะคะ and may I go for more tools here Storm นะคะ Storm by Stanford. I have to say being a researcher in this day is very difficult because now you can have multi-agent just like the deep research mode นะคะ but now they have many many agents to work for you. So let us go to Storm by Genie นะคะ here they have a version core storm or particular one storm. One storm is just one agent, but core storm just like you have more than AI, more than one AI, can have one or two round table conversational on your work นะคะ so let me go to the storm first here and create an article. I'm not saying that you use AI for generate the article for you, but if you like to get the report นะคะ you just put down or here you can search the document here from the website. Let me see, do I have this one? Okay, so I'm looking for multi-agent architecture นะคะ for security. So this one already generated นะคะ see it generates the report and also the trustful, relevance here, the background and how we can use AI for cybersecurity and the challenging, and also how can I conduct the research methodology, what kind of agents available here, blah, 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 Similarly to the ASTA from AI 2 and also similar to Gemini deep research mode นะคะ but this one you can see that there's more academic tone because this one from Stanford นะคะ this one a single agent นะคะ a single agent but what if นะคะ I do a cold storm นะคะ cold storm and again I say driver fatigue start a round table conversation นะคะ now we have more than one AI นะคะ what kind of driver fatigue I'm looking for maybe research proposal to innovate the idea to solve to prevent the accident okay the reason why I'm looking for driver fatigue because I would like to prevent the accident and would like to innovate นะคะ I just telling them more what kind of thing and now just like a deep research mode นะคะ they're gonna find all those publication available and they're gonna draw a mind map here of what they think นะคะ it might take more time take more 3 minutes more and you can see behind this cold storm by Stan Fazzini they would like it is like agent one discuss about the research topic that I'm interested and the second agent gonna perform the discussion and I can also join their conversation here just like we have friends we have more supervisor we have more advisory team here นะคะ to get the third opinion นะคะ it's quite essential for being a researcher is to get the feedback or to have another point of view from the others to see what you're focusing on because sometimes when you're focusing on it's maybe too narrow นะคะ see now I have a moderator see agent one นะคะ Okay, it's a good point, to managing fatigue. I'm curious, how do you think about advancement in technology? AI could do that? Could any particular role on AI could help on driver fatigue? You see, and another agent, would discuss. Wait a second, okay. Just word driver fatigue นะคะ they're gonna retrieve all the background information related to driver fatigue and also the symptom of driver fatigue and how to prevent them and the law just like deep research mode นะคะ they're gonna transparent what they're thinking but this kind of agent cold storm then you can have friends just like your friends one moderator and now another one I absolutely agree because the FIMS idea from this paper, blah, 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 and another one, So you can click to see, just like you see AI talking to each other. And sometimes you might get some kind of idea behind your focusing. So I quite like it, just like I'm conducting a seminar class, okay, when we would like to discuss what kind of the impact of this research area, okay. Or even you can type more, let's explore more about the law, maybe they deep down into physiology of the driver of the factors. But now I join the conversation. Let's change the topic into the laws. And now another agent, listen to what I added in. And I would like them to explore more of the law. And now they searching more content and say, okay, it's a serious concern about the law, commercial modern vehicle operators and the laws, 10 hours, blah, 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 reference, blah, 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 So, and here, a regulatory authority representation. Now suddenly AI performing like the officer who specialize on regulatory authority because I'm now entering the conversation into another area rather than the physiology factors of the drivers. So let's try how all this kind of tool can help in your research. What else more? Okay. May I go quickly because we have 50 minutes to finish off the morning session. All of sorts of tools I provided in this morning, and sometimes they're providing the papers for us to read. I have to say that we are now in the world of so much, we call AI flood, which means we have so much information generated by AI, and we don't know which one is true. And this researcher, Anna, she write the paper about suspicious, some particular. I'm not saying this journal publisher are bad, but there's some particular researcher we call bogus, which means they're not expertise. They might use AI to help them. Could you imagine this author can write? She specialized on commercial, and also specialize on energy, and also specialize on environmental, sustenance, environmental area, and also our expertise in mathematics. How come these particular people are so expertise in various area? They can submit to many journals. So as in order to, once you get the paper, please check before you read. Don't jump into the paper because sometimes they say, okay, this journal is Q1, the Q1, Q2 might represent the best. I'm not saying the best. When I have to say, because I used to be a library director before, in the old days, our university, our researcher, we don't have the publisher inside the university. We have to ask some company or somebody to help us to publish our work. And some company, any publisher here available online, they try to gather the paper from us and they publish. And sometimes, like researcher like us, we don't know which publisher are good. Some publisher are bad. They just want your what do you call it? Your APC article, paid chart. If you pay them, then you can publish. But some journal, you don't even need for pay any money, and your work is good. So before you jump into to read the paper, let's make sure that you find the relevant author. They have the background long enough, and they is expert and specialized enough. You can check from this website, lens.org. Lens.org also like Google Scholar, or maybe like other journal that we can go like SciDirect or Springer or whatever, any names of the commercial site. But this one is for free. It's the open source lens.org. What are they? I often use this one to check นะคะ to check we can see scholar work or you can search the patterns นะคะ and here I can say driver fatigue okay oh thank you Vincent you can use that Banana Pro to do it good okay from this lens.org it providing just like Astra or consensus you can find a publication but one thing here here analysis I can find that most organization in the world who focusing on driver fatigue is, Harvard also interested in, I can, see outlook of the landscape of the people who related to the keyword that I'm looking for. Or maybe this one, Oh, not given author. What is it? Maybe AI,นะคะ AI, AI written paper here. At the beginning of generative AI was introduced to the research area. We allow to use AI as an author. If you go to, Scopus author, sorry, Scopus author search,นะคะ and you ask for GPT,นะคะ this GPT see OpenAI นะคะ this guy is exist นะคะ only two paper written by GPT because somebody put the GPT as the co-author but now this day most of publisher are not accepted and is not good นะคะ because um, any what do you call it? Any contribution made to the world, we have to have somebody responsible for that. So if I'm doing a research on driver fatigue and I say something about it, when somebody would like to work for my work, they have to come and say, how come this result 10 hours, enough for drive? Somebody have to responsible. But here you can see that has been cited for 46 because at the beginning they allow to use to have ChatGPT to write นะคะ they have 12 citation นะคะ here but now in this they don't do that นะคะ please don't use AI for writing paper for you นะคะ okay lens.org here I can see okay this guy Chin Teng Lin นะคะ he already produced 40 papers about driver fatigue and this guy he's a computer man because most of his interest area is computer AI so if this guy because I don't know this researcher and I want to make sure he's not a bogus researcher he's a real one and here most of his party work on China because his name is China maybe this one India blah 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 and particular area I think the real researcher we can check for this one and also another one to check is Papier or retract database so if the publication has been retract from the publisher which means something wrong is maybe the author misconduct which means they're not the real author they're not even doing a research but they write papers or we just put the paper we just put somebody put in our paper without doing together is also misconduct research misconduct or sometimes you fabricate the data you make it up and you flip the image from left to right you copy from somebody without references so this kind of bad behavior of doing research don't do that and incident of the AI this day AI could be used to make a fake fake voice fake face earlier you can use Gemini Nano Pro they can generate that's quite similar to the real one so in this day, we live in the world that very bad, very bad. We don't know which one is good, which one is bad. Who is the real researcher? This is the incident database that now they alert that there's something wrong. Even the medical doctor, some medical doctor produce the wrong medical report. So if you go to the hospital, we've been diagnosed with the wrong, a reference. So in this day, it's very difficult. I do apologize that my content is written in Thai, but this is a picture of the PhD student, from China. She got the first degree honor and from Zhejiang University, and she admit that she used ChatGPT to fabricate the work, and now she's been fired from MIT University. And more, the second incident, this called Yang, he a Chinese PhD student. He was alerted by using AI because his Yang, his supervisor said, this is part of work of Yang, and this is ChatGPT output from output from ChatGPT. And the professor say, oh, look identically, to the ChatGPT. So Yang, you're supposed not to be our student. You got fired. But now Yang also make a fight back to the professor because actually his background, he's not a Chinese, suddenly fly to US and doing a research. He already got a PhD degree, one degree, and this is his second degree. To apply from University of Minnesota, and the professor they expect the Chinese people not be able to use the English language. Normally the Chinese people wouldn't providing such a long written because the mother language is not English. But Yang, he's clever and he's not a Chinese who instantly being in US for 1 or 2 years. He's been in US for many years and he got a 1 degree already. So now Yang fight back. So I'm not saying that when somebody produce the work, it could be detected by AI detector. But sometimes the AI detector can make a misunderstanding and claim that AI, some human being written by AI, or even the piece of AI work are written by human being. So this day, even though this day cannot detect accurately, but there's a chance to detect even the image. Gemini also have a Gemini detection whether the image generated by the AI or not. And doing a research, you have to make sure you have to not to breach the confidentiality of the copyright. You have to make sure whether the picture you're allowed to put it in or some of the piece of work belong to you and you have the licensing to do that. And also the EU, OECD found the benefit of using AI in the positive way, but in another bad way. Somebody lazy and some bogus researcher, they use the wrong way. They use the AI to generate the paper, to generate the work without the real work. So they provided the guideline. In order to being a research, you have to be responsible. Whatever you use. And don't put the sensitive data inside and don't use AI to evaluate your work. And most of the publication not allow AI to be as the author. Don't let them generate the content for you. But sometimes they allow AI to help you to generate the outline of a methodology. Just like earlier I asked the ASTA to outline how can I conduct the research, but you have to declare. And they allow you to use for language editing, for sometimes data analysis, and prohibited. Don't let AI do the image generation for you. So the benefit of the AI, they have the both side, the double sword. They can help to detect some kind of protein นะคะ for us นะคะ protein DNA and the big data analytics can do that but most of the people has been retract from publication because somebody using on the bad side they don't have ethically being a researcher นะคะ and we have to make sure that we read the real paper not the fake one นะคะ Now today I share you the generative AI นะคะ the one that generates something new but now most of the company they gonna the direction of the company would like to generate the general intelligence which means human like นะคะ so I do hope that you can be the expertise in your area interest and you can be doing a research with the relevant content and quality content and produce the good quality of research for the human being in the world to read your work นะคะ and what next นะคะ ASI which means super intelligent even more intelligent than us because they don't have to sleep they don't have to have a grumpy emotion sometimes if we're not happy then our brain just suddenly stop นะคะ so ASI may not coming yet maybe in 5 or 10 years but AGI is coming soon นะคะ which means they can know everything they can do everything they're gonna compete us or not นะคะ so this is the trend นะคะ so I do hope that my 3-hour session here that I share you and even if you don't have time to explore yourself then after finish the session you can go to the link and explore yourself which one could benefit to your work นะคะ somebody say AI is not good if you ignoring them because the tools are competing every week นะคะ so maybe if you try to understand it and utilize it as good as you can then your life would be easier but if you ignore them I mean the more tools are coming the what do you call it the power of AI is even more powerful so don't let them over you นะคะ lots of people ask me are we gonna lose our job are we gonna be replaced by AI if we ignore them then you're gonna be replaced นะคะ by the tool AI นะคะ but if you understanding them you can use them and you can transform yourself to do more benefit and more productive นะคะ so I just keep talking I don't even let somebody ask me so I would give you some time for ask me นะคะ are there any questions มีไหมคะ and I will make sure that everybody has the slide นะคะ okay thank you ค่ะคุณสุภาพจริตนะคะถามว่าare humanoid and AGI the same they're not the same นะคะ humanoid is we try to imitate the human behavior inside the physical thing maybe object or maybe robot นะคะส่วน AGI mean the capability of the tools นะคะ being able to perform like human if you go to the movie นะคะ anything about AI movie I found that the most question is are you self-aware because human being are self-aware which means we know what we are doing we know who we are we have สติอะค่ะ in Thai we call สติ self-aware but the AI not yet นะคะ but if we have the AGI which means you self-aware you know the position you know the environment and you know the feedback around you and then you can think and then you can act นะคะ in general intelligent you know everything นะคะ not specific area นะคะค่ะ okay are there any question ไหมคะ okay I like it because I have this kind of question a lot they say is AI just the buzzword or they just coming for 1 or 2 years and then they gone นะคะ and Amit asked me will AI go down next 10 years because lots of company going down and AI is exceptional if the company did not adapt to use it, then I'm sure AI gonna replace it นะคะ but if they don't adapt themselves, just like us, we have to adapt um, to live in different environment. If we don't adapt, then we're gonna be excluded นะคะ excluded from the area of the most people are doing นะคะ I will fix the Canvas slide นะคะ to fix the embedded link, and then I will download into the PDF file and send to the secretary to distribute the source to you นะคะ Very nice to have a chance to share the tools and share the experience of doing research นะคะ and I powering you to keep doing a good things นะคะ being a researcher in these days is very difficult. We competing not just the human being, we compete with the AI นะคะ Thank you so much ค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ Oh, my camera is not on because I turn on the let me stop the teachable machine นะคะ So my video shall come back. Shall I? Yes, I'm coming back here. Everybody can see my face. ค่ะ Secretary ค่ะ
Okay ค่ะ Thank you very much for Professor Dr. Wanida Kanarkard นะคะ for your inspiring and insightful presentation today. Your session on generative AI empowering researcher for the future has truly broadened our understanding of our AI technologies can drive innovation and enhance the research process. So before we officially close today, could you please open the camera? We'll take a photo together today. ทุกท่านช่วยเปิดกล้องได้ไหมคะ จะได้ถ่ายรูปร่วมกันในวันนี้นะคะ
And also providing the feedback in the feedback form in the chat for me as well for improvement. ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะ Could you guys please open the camera? I would like to take a souvenir photo for today. ได้ไหมคะ โอเคค่ะ one two three cheese
Cheese
ค่ะ
ค่ะ
so
ขอบคุณค่ะ
we kindly invite everyone to share your feedback by completing the satisfaction survey through the link provided in the chat box. Your feedback will help us improve future training programs. Once again, thank you for the Professor Dr. Wanida Kanarkard อีกครั้งนะคะ for sharing your expertise, and thank you to all participants for joining us today. We hope you found today's session useful and inspiring, and we look forward to seeing you again at our future training events. Have a wonderful day ahead, and please don't forget to complete the feedback form. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you
ขอบคุณ
ค่ะ
ค่ะ
Thank you so
สวัสดี
much
ค่ะ
and good night.
ขอบคุณค่ะ